Hi Virgo, here is a general look at your solar chart for November 2013, and it looks like a very busy, chatty time, a time when you could be mixing and mingling more than usual or over the wires or otherwise, and it's a time to be proactive and also to keep up with the ball that might already be rolling, whether you were the one that got it rolling or not. So there's two main headlines this month. One is the solar eclipse in Scorpio on the 3rd of November, and the other is the entry of Venus into Capricorn, which is going to be very good news for you, and that's an extended transit there of Venus. But first, this is the eclipse. That's happening on November the 3rd, and it will be affecting the fixed signs most strongly, but your sign is in a very favorable angle to this eclipse energy, and it's an important eclipse in that it also conjuncts Saturn, Mercury and the north node of the moon. So there's a lot going on with this eclipse, and basically it is in your house of education, communications, meeting, greeting, making that important phone call, writing that important letter or magnum opus or whatever that's about for you. So seize the moment on the day of this eclipse, or just, you know, the day before, within 24 hours of the eclipse. Is usually better than after. In fact, it's definitely better than after. Seize that moment to take a step in the direction of your self-expression, or you know, tackling those important meetings or paperwork or whatever it is for you. And those of you born in the middle of the last week of August or into the second week of September are going to feel the energy the most. And of course the sun is also in that area up until the 22nd. It's in that area there, so very busy and sharing what you know, gathering information, getting your head around stuff, that type of thing. And also Mercury, your ruling planet, is going to be in there as well, and just increased interchanges with others, lots of information exchange, possibly more paperwork, correspondence, learning new stuff, teaching new stuff. Mercury is retrograde up until the 10th, so watch out for that. Don't expect everything to go without a hitch as if we ever did, but it's more likely to go more smoothly after Mercury moves into direct motion from the 10th. Venus is beaming a very friendly light into your domestic area, and this, you can benefit from this in various ways, specifically through family relationships, extended family, tribe, neighborhood relationships, and also through property, or you know, a space of some kind, a venue of some kind. Another way this can work is that you could be enjoying and appreciating more the beauties of nature, or interfacing in some very heart-based way with nature, and maybe you being the host to somebody more, or maybe there being you being the visitor more with others, and just really valuing what you have. Also, some of you could be feeling a little bit nostalgic, but Venus here is bringing a sense of balance, not only into your external environment but also to your internal sense of equilibrium. And then Venus moves and is for the rest of the month, and for many months in fact, Venus moves into Capricorn and will stay there until March 2014, which is an unusual transit for Venus, but puts herself in an extremely positive angle to your sun sign, which kind of could free you up with your feelings and your emotions, lighten things up maybe for you. You know, if you've been, you know, dragging your feet a little bit, there could be happier connections with children, young people, pets, partners. The two may be interchangeable, that you know, you do have you do have permission for that, but definitely a time to lift your spirits there with Venus there, or she'll help anyway. And also for some of you who might be looking, romance could come knocking on your door. Definitely a feeling of linking to others in a way which maybe puts you center stage, or excuse me, maybe makes you feel more empowered and just satisfied. And social connections could center around any of the areas like leisure pursuits, hobbies, the entertainment industry, that kind of thing. The sun moves on the 22nd from the communications area, the educational area, into the root of your chart, and just will underpin what I was saying there about Venus, which is ahead of the sun, moving into there on the 5th. Mars, you see, is going to be in your sign all month, and that really does speed things up. It makes things busier around you, more hustle and bustle, but also more demand on your vitality. But it does also tend to lift your energy levels, even if you have to sort of keep the ball rolling, or catch up with the ball that's already rolling, or in fact take a decision or two and just get the ball rolling on something. In fact, that's Mars's favorite thing, is to take the initiative. Mars rules the head, likes to be in the lead, likes to have its head. So out of choice or necessity, you getting a lot busier and getting with a program of some kind, a project of some kind, and maybe plunging more into situations where you just need to take the lead. But Mars can run you ragged. Mars can make you a little bit kind of more niggly and irritable, because that's Mars's way. So just be aware of that during the time that Mars is in your sign, and Mars came into your sign, of course, last month, from about the middle of last month. And you early Virgos, just watch out, because Neptune is making a significant aspect to your sun sign from your opposite sign, Pisces, and that means that you are more inclined to be sensitive to others' feelings, to be more even psychic, telepathic even, or have strong dreams, or indeed more compassionate to others. But you don't have to be a martyr, because then, you know, you're not being compassionate to yourself, are you? So there's that about it, and also it's very good for any of you involved in imaginative arts. But Neptune brings the sea mists rolling in, and so sometimes you're uncertain, you're doubting, you're not quite sure about things, and you maybe just have to go for being of service in whatever way you can until the mists clear. And also it might be due to a partner or somebody that you're in close relationship with who's just being confusing, or having a confusing time themselves, who's leaning maybe a little bit on you. But don't put anybody on a pedestal, and I'll say it again, don't be a martyr. And you Virgos born between the 24th and 26th of August, or with 1, 2, 3 or 4 degrees rising, going to feel the energy the most this month. Until next July, Jupiter is helping you to go through new associations, new friendships, new contacts, whether they're professional ones or personal ones, and you will be fascinated by what certain other groups get up to, maybe things that you really had no idea about before. And maybe you know, becoming a cog in the wheel, or coordinating with a group of people. Also meeting new friends, making new friends, and anything to do with those, any collective that shares a common objective or common sort of interest or understanding will expand your mind and your world over this long phase. And you Virgos born between the 11th and the 14th of September, or with 19 to 22 degrees Virgo rising, going to feel the energy the most. Saturn is, until 2015, challenging you to work more diligently at communication, speaking, writing, media, creative self-expression, educational pursuits, and just cultivating others for maybe more business type reasons, that will take longer, or cultivating others or connecting with others for personal reasons, and sometimes that being harder work for some reason, or maybe having to deal more with deadlines, maybe having to deal more with systematic communications, routine communications, schedules, timetables. Communications equipment maybe can cause you a bit of grief every now and again. Well, they do, don't they? But particularly through this transit here, that can come about maybe, and so you've got to think ahead more wherever Saturn is. And also another little thing about this is that by the time the transit's finished, if you have been, if the transit has worked in a way where others have got the wrong idea about what you're trying to say, then you will learn that actually the truth as they know it is simply a perception, and that goes for you too. That truth is a perception which is finite and which changes, so it has an expiry date. So don't overstress about you know, being too setting the bar too high and thinking that you've missed it because somebody else's truth is just blind to your own, because they are changeable. Somebody can hold a truth for the whole of their life, but you know, it will change at some point in their soul's journey, but usually it's changing more than once in a lifetime as experiences come along. And that's only because I've been here a long time and I know. You Virgos being born between 4th to the 10th of September, or with 12 to 18 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most this month. And that is it, apart from reminding you that there is a very useful vibration happening from the positions of Saturn, Neptune and Jupiter up until July next year, underpinning anything to do with communication, educational pursuits, developing your skills through literature, speaking, writing, media, and using other forms of, you know, other mediums to express yourself through, and also more heart-based interaction with others, and sort of mutual support groups as well. Well, that's it for November. If you know your rising sign and your moon sign, it might be useful to listen to those. And also the only planet I haven't mentioned planets are Uranus and Pluto, so if you want to know which part of your sign they're affecting this month, go to my website, you'll find that on there. And I'll see you the next time.